Just now.
Till just now.
I think this game has a lot of diversity in what people are picking. I thought I would see a lot of this, see a lot of that. I'm actually seeing a bit of everything. Like, just in our chat, we were talking shit about Auntie, and Auntie's all over
He's a simple character to start with, I think. And like, I don't think there's a whole ton of stuff to learn. And when you're in like rooms 2, 3, and 4 and stuff, people are getting owned up by that Rekka and the low. You know, that's all it takes. That's all it takes to beat people at some of those levels. So it definitely is out there in the casual sense. And Chipp players, like, you've always been a Chipp player your whole life. You're still playing Chipp now, right? Even though he's not one of the top 5 or whatever. I think in the long term, when it comes to like tournament top 8s, you're going to see it dominated by Rams and Leos, you know, just like we expect. The character specialist will still be there. Like, you're going to see Lord Knight in top 8s playing as Melia, even though there'll be 7 other Leos. But I think you'll end up, if balancing goes poorly, right? If they patch the game and it doesn't, like, make sense, you're going to see Chipp players switch to Sol. You're going to see Faust players switch to Leo, you know? Because they're just not good enough to compete. That's the old problem we have with the tier list thing. If you want to win, you better be playing one of the better characters. And if they make Sol better and they don't fix Faust, you're going to see people abandon Faust and stuff like that. So too early for that, but it'll probably happen. They won't. They knew damn well what they were doing. You know how fast that kick move is? That kick button?
Yeah, pretty quick.
It's 3.
And you can.
It's 3.
Anything.
Anything. Yes, it does. He can jump cancel both of it. He can do whatever he wants. It's 3 frames. You know how fast Melia's standing button is? 7. And Sol is the button, it's 3. Like, they knew what they were doing when they did that. The character they define as high speed in the menu, her fastest buttons are 7. And they give Sol a 3 and a 4. They did that on purpose. I don't see major changes coming to Sol, to be honest. Both far S and close S are plus on block. They did that on purpose.
I think they're gonna.
That was a good DP.
That was a read there. They're gonna nerf the hurt boxes, probably. Or hitboxes, sorry.
That could be a start. The far S reaches too far. The one that's on fire, the one that turns on fire, that doesn't have a hurt box of its own. Like, he can just throw that out and will. That's something like that they could change. But I honestly don't see them changing Sol that much. They'd be better off to adjust a couple of other characters' buttons or block stuns or whatever. But we'll have to see. We really don't know what these guys are thinking sometimes, especially in the vanilla version, which is always kind of weird. So that's what this stuff is for. That's why I don't hope they change it to Evo. You got to watch stuff like this. You got to watch the Japan match, right? You got to see what players are doing, and you got to see why so-and-so keeps getting beat up by this other person. Right. Like, oh, well, we see everybody's just doing SSSS and getting away with it, so let's fix S. Meanwhile, we see, like, you know, Chipp will go for a DP, and he gets thrown out of it every time, right? So they got to fix that stuff. That's hopefully the plan, and it'll take a while to put all that info together. But for right now, like, it's still kind of up in the air. Sol's not going to dominate, because no one is actually good enough with Sol to do it like that yet, right? We still have all these Chipp players who've been Chipp players for 10 years. They know what they're doing with Chipp still. So it's kind of a gray area still. Even though one character on paper is stronger, you got to get there. And then you have that. Did you see what just happened there? Did you see that 70% combo?
Everyone's got that, man. You can get that by accident. Well, not 70, but like...
Yeah, I don't know about that.
70 right there is not by accident.
Oh, that's against Chipp, too. That's the character with 800 health or whatever.
You can't read that mix-up, man. Not by that.
The Alpha Blade, yeah.
Over and over again. Let's go.
Oh, did he not have meter for that cancel right there? He did. Looks like he missed a big opportunity. That one teleport, if he could have RC'd that, would have been something, but I guess he just missed the input or whatever. So now that's 1-1, and we do get rematch. I think that's the first time rematch has actually worked today. To jump right back into it. Now we're talking.
Yeah, of course.
S is the S is the gut punches. Well, 6P is also a gut punch, but it's like a straight.
Yeah.
Those two you just saw, that was close as far as. But his 6P is still a punch with his right hand.
I watched that time.
Bandit Bringer? No. I don't think so. Well, apparently, if you break the wall with a super, you still get your hard knockdown at the bottom side, which you don't otherwise. I just read that yesterday. If you break the wall with your super, you still get the hard knockdown when you get to the ground. And you don't normally. If you just break it with like a 2H or whatever, you go back to neutral when you land. But if super breaks the wall, they're in a hard knockdown state in the new stage. You can run up to it. Oh, wow. Get off me momentarily. Whew, that was a lot of work, but Shine takes it 2-1. Oh, that is Chipp having to just constant barrage of this, that, and the other.